Salutations and good morrow everyone, and welcome to Elden Ring, where today we're hopping in and we're going to be talking 7 helpful tips and tricks that I wish that I knew sooner when I first started playing Elden Ring. Now I know Elden Ring's been out for a little while and people are probably know most of these, but I still wanted to make the videos just in case those who've been playing for a while, or there are new people who are just starting the game as well, that could find these tips to be super helpful and make it so you can take on Elden Ring and have an even more enjoyable experience. So if you guys could, please hit that like button, but let's hop in and let's talk about it. So the first one that I want to talk to you guys about that not a lot of people do and you should do more often is actually dodging towards the enemy. Now what do I mean by that? So most times when people are fighting somebody, you're going to want to dodge away from the enemy, right? Dodge away. You don't want to get hit. Dodge away. Dodge to the side. You don't want to get hit by the enemy. No, don't do that. Dodge towards them. Dodge into the enemy. All right, that didn't work because it didn't time my dodge right, but dodge into the enemy. Why do that? Because 1, the enemy acts as a wall that's going to keep you from dodging past them. But 2, the other super helpful thing is that you're actually going to stay tucked into the fight. You have invincibility frames when dodging, so get in there and dodge right up in the enemy's face. Get in there, get in their face, and fight them. The thing about this is a lot of the time when it comes to fighting things in Elden Ring or even in Dark Soul-like games, you just need to get up in their face. Here we go. We're going to do it one more time. Dodge into the enemy. Okay, don't dodge backwards away, because what happens when you dodge backwards away? Now look at the distance between you and the enemy. So I'm going to come up here and I'm going to dodge backwards so I don't get hit. But now I have a little bit more distance I need to cover. This game is all about timing. Elden Ring is all about timing. You need to get in there and do your attacks within the timing that you have to do an attack, and then get back out before you get hit. This game is brutal and will take you to health immediately. If it can punish you, it will. So be careful with that. So dodge towards the enemy. The next thing, number 2, is either run and do an attack or jump and do an attack. Okay? Jumping and doing attacks is super helpful as well. So you got to start off by running. You start by running and then you jump and attack. Okay, so let's do a jump attack on this guy here. Whoops, I wasn't locked on. So jump attacks, as long as they're not being blocked, can actually do a lot of damage to your enemies, as well as sprinting attacks. Now, personally, I prefer sprinting attacks if you're using dual-wielding swords, because if you use dual-wielding swords and you do a sprinting attack, you'll actually do 4 hits. It'll be 4 consecutive hits. All right, and this will feed into the next thing that I want to talk to you guys about in just a minute. But go in, do your 4 consecutive hits that you can. Dual-wielding is actually a really powerful way to fight things in this game. So get in and do your running attacks. So you run right up to an enemy, and then just hit your button and do a sprint attack. Trust me, it's going to help you guys get even further in the game. Here we go. We'll show you. It's also going to help in breaking enemies that have shields on, right? So it's going to help you break that block that the enemy has. So use running or jumping attacks to your advantage. This next one that I want to talk to you guys about is another thing that goes right along with running and sprinting and stuff, and things you can apply to dual-wielding weapons, and that is bleed damage. As you saw at the beginning of the episode, I had the Reduvia on. This is a dagger that does bleed damage, as well as has a ranged attack that does bleed damage as well. Bleed damage right now is king when it comes to Elden Ring. It does a ton of damage. It does a fixed amount, a fixed percentage of damage every time when attacking an enemy, no matter how big the enemy is. So going up against bosses, you could do a crazy amount of damage to the bosses if you are fighting them. For instance, with this weapon, I was almost able to take out that horse riding guy without a problem and I'm only like level 8 right now. Now, where do you go and get this weapon? Really easy. On the map, so you start right here, right? Your first step, you walk down the hill, right around this path, and go down onto this lake. Be careful, there's a dragon here. But then ride this way, underneath this bridge, and you will be invaded by one of the Bloody Finger people. Okay? Once you're invaded by him, he will be using the Reduvia. So you need to be careful, get your dodge on, practice your dodging, and get out of the way. After about a minute and a half of fighting that character, you will have a samurai-like dude come in that's got a really cool metal hat. He will join in, and he will start to fight with you as well, okay, to take the aggro off of you. Do what you can, fight him, and as soon as you beat him, you will be granted the Reduvia. This Reduvia is a fantastic weapon. It does cause bleed damage, but if I could make a suggestion, get a perk that gives you bleed damage on both of your weapons. Trust me, it's going to be really helpful. You're going to want to do that. There is a way to do it. That's going to come in another video. But for now, focus on getting yourself some bleed damage. Now, number 4 is another tip that a lot of people just kind of look past a lot of the time. And I don't think you should do that. What is that, you ask? Well, that is go out and get yourself your crafting kit. Your crafting kit is actually a lot more useful than you think. Okay, with your crafting kit, that's how you're going to be able to do multiplayer. With your crafting kit, that's how you're going to be able to make fire arrows, fire sludge for your weapons to get more upgrades and things like that. Your crafting kit is super, super helpful. So how do you get your crafting kit? Well, you're going to run right over to this broken down church. On the map, this church is called the Church of Ella, okay, or L. And you'll run right over here, okay? And Merchant Kel right here, talk to him.
Wait, well, you're back.
And right in here under purchase, you will have the crafting kit. Okay, the crafting kit is 300 runes. You'll go ahead and buy that and it'll unlock your crafting tree for you. All right, so you'll come into your inventory, item crafting, and now you can craft all these different things, including neutralizing boluses. You have fire grease to help you put fire onto a weapon, drawsting fire to make it so your armaments have fire. You could also make fire arrows, fire bolts, things like that. All things that are super helpful, including rainbow stones, which will help you, make sure you don't die a lot of the time when falling down places, just as a little bit of a heads up for you. But that is why I say go out and get yourself a crafting kit. It is helpful, you're going to need it, and they're really easy to get. This is literally right straight off of the first step. It's one of the first places you go, the Church of Ella, and right in there, Merchant Kale will have exactly what you need. All right, so number 5, this one is even more important for all of you wonderful people playing Elden Ring, if you're just starting out, and that is go out and get as many golden seeds as you can. Golden seeds are super helpful. Trust me, you're going to want them. So I'm going to show you guys where to get the first one. But on the way over there, I'm going to explain what golden seeds do. So golden seeds are the seeds of the Erd tree, okay? The giant golden tree that's in the background, right? But they are on tiny little saplings of the Erd tree. And what they do is when you go to a rest spot, you can actually, that's funny that somebody put a note on top of that statue. Sorry, squirrel moment. What they do is it makes it so it ups the number of flasks you can have. Okay, now in Dark Souls games, or especially Elden Ring, you don't have very many flasks to start with, right? So what are you going to do to get more flasks? Well, you find these golden seeds. So I'll show you where you can get them. So first things first, ride through over here, through the little castle gate that's over here. Watch out for people who are going to jump down. There's also going to be some trolls or giants that are here. Okay, watch out for Captain Horn here. He's feeling horny. Anyway, so just run on past him, run up this hill, and then right off to the right of this hill, you're going to see this tiny little golden tree, okay? At the bottom of this golden tree, you'll be able to pick up your first golden seed. So grab that and then run right over to the house that's right up over here, okay? And it's up around the village. It's up around this bend and right on top of this hill. There's a house where you have a site of grace where you can apply this golden seed and allow yourself to get more health potions. So what I would say, hop on Torrent. Torrent's your horse, by the way. Ride around and find as many golden seeds as you can in the early game in this entire area that's here. There's a lot of golden seeds around. Ride around and get them. I gave you I'll give you one. I'll point out even more in another episode. Okay, so far we're at dodge towards enemies, jump or sprint, and then do attacks. Don't forget to use bleed weapons, and also don't forget to buy your crafting kit and explore around and get as many golden seeds as you can. Now another one that I want to go over. So number 6. So this is going to be don't forget to use summons. Now this one is a little iffy in the Dark Souls or From Software community. A lot of people are like, well, it's not in other Souls games, so that's not a true thing that you should be doing. I disagree. Why do I disagree? They put them in the game for a reason, so use them. Trust me, you're going to want to. So just go out, use it as much as you can. Roll! And use your summons, okay? I currently don't have my summoning bell. I can go and get it, but for now, I'm not going to grab it. But yeah, so use your summons. I prefer the double wolves. I have another playthrough where I've gotten further. I prefer the double wolves, but use them. The archer's also a very good one. Just use it, guys. I know I've said it like 3 or 4 times, but seriously, just go out, use the items, use the things that they give you in the game. They're in there for a reason. Trust me, it's going to make your gameplay experience that much better. And the last one, guys, is do not be afraid of power attacks. You saw me do a couple of them back there when I was doing some attacks, but do not be afraid to use power attacks. A lot of people forget to use them. A lot of people just go on with their merry way and don't end up using their power attacks. Use your power attacks. They stagger enemies. They stagger bosses. They allow you to do viscerals. Trust me, you're going to want to use your power attacks. Using power attacks not only does damage to enemies faster and allows you to stagger them, like I said, but the faster you can do damage to an enemy, the better. Remember, dodge towards enemies. You guys can see me working in all of the different things that I have told you to do in the game. Oop, and then dying right at the end of the video, but that's fine. But don't forget to do those 7 things, guys. Trust me, they're going to make your gameplay experience that much better. They're going to make you enjoy the game that much more, and all around is going to make it so you can get to the end of Elden Ring. But thank you everybody so much for watching this video. Hope you guys liked it. If you did, hit that like button for me. Don't forget to subscribe and leave me a comment down below of other helpful tips you may have for good old Elden Ring. And as always, I'll see all of you guys in the next one.